What's good? We back with the boxing clinic and more with some more boxing, man. Talk about Danny Jacobs. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. Talking about the DAZN. Talking about Demetrius Andrade. Talking about Jesse Vargas, Maurice Mighty Mo Hooker. You know, and everybody else that's on the DAZN. All right. What have Eddie Hearn done for Danny Jacobs? And Eddie Hearn is this great promoter. He worked this mystical black magic on Anthony Joshua and sprinkled some water on him, and he blossomed into this great big star that sells out 100,000 seat stadiums that no longer sound like will be sold out because Eddie Hearn can't ticket scalp no more, right? Okay? But as far as Danny Jacobs, he has done nothing for Danny Jacobs in the United States or in the UK. Danny Jacobs' profile is the same it always was. Only thing is different, his bank account might be a little bit more swollen. He's touching M's, you know what I'm saying? But as far as what he's doing for Danny Jacobs, he's got Danny Jacobs fighting in Long Island. His first 2 or 3 fights. He fought Luis Arias in Long Island in the Nassau Coliseum. Now he's fighting Sergey Derevchenko at the same spot in Long Island, New York. He can't even get Danny Jacobs to be a household name in the Brooklyn Barclays Arena. Barclays Center. Because when he fought in Brooklyn, when Danny fought in Brooklyn, a Brooklynite with another Brooklynite and Jarrell Miller, they didn't even fill the place up halfway. You know what I'm saying? And you look at Danny Jacobs. He ain't got a Triple G fight. Al Heyman got him a Triple G fight. He ain't even got a rematch with Eddie Hearn. He ain't got a Canelo fight with Eddie Hearn. You know what I'm saying? And the very title he didn't fight for versus Triple G because he didn't want to do a same day weigh in. Now he coming back full circle to fight for that very title versus Sergey Derevchenko. You know what I'm saying? Derevchenko ain't the fight that he wants. Derevchenko is not even the fight his team wants. Because Sergey Derevchenko trains with him. He trains with his trainer, Andre Rozier. But Danny Jacobs exhausted all options. You know what I'm saying? Because Eddie Hearn ain't touching nobody for real. He can't. HBO not messing with Eddie Hearn for real. Because he hasn't delivered Anthony Joshua over there. So you look what he's done with Danny Jacobs in his first 3 fights now. He's got Luis Arias, Magic Man Saluki, and now Derevchenko for his first real world title shot. Did any of those names raise Danny Jacobs' profile? Is Danny Jacobs and Triple G and Peter Quillen versus Danny Jacobs still Danny Jacobs' high profile fights? Absolutely. Who did he get those fights with? Al Heyman. Eddie Hearn has done 0 things for Danny Jacobs' profile. 0. Nada. Nothing. This dude is in the same position he was in before. His pocket's a little bit swollen. That's it. He couldn't even get Danny Jacobs in the Madison Square Garden versus Sergey Derevchenko. Because they're boxing Eddie Hearn out. Eddie Hearn couldn't even get Demetrius Andrade to fight on the East Coast at a big venue. Now he got to come back to Chicago, allegedly or rumored, to have Billy Joe Saunders fight Demetrius Andrade. You got a guy from the UK and a guy from Rhode Island fighting in Chicago with Big Baby Miller from Brooklyn and Jesse Vargas from Las Vegas on the undercard. And the only reason that fight might do something is because Chicago and the Midwest, Detroit, Ohio don't get the biggest fights they used to get no more. So they've been starved out and they might just come and support that. I plan on going to that in Chicago, all right? Not to support Eddie, but to support big fights in the Midwest. I said it over and over again, all right? And, you know, my point is Eddie is this great, prolific promoter. Where? What is he going to do for the DAZN guys? Nothing. Nothing. Why would you put somebody on a closed platform like the DAZN, which he expects to do 200,000 homes, which is a pipe dream because I haven't seen one DAZN app commercial on my TV screen, on my YouTube page, on my Facebook, on my Instagram, on my Twitter. I have seen nothing about the DAZN, how to download it, and they're almost 2 months out from Anthony Joshua launching in the United States, and nothing about it. Nothing. Oh, come try the 30-day trial for the DAZN. We think gonna do this a month out, 2 or 3 weeks out from Anthony Joshua fight? No, that's not gonna work. And all these dudes is basically signing with the DAZN because they really had no other options. You know, Maurice Hooker felt like he was gonna have to go fight Alex Cesados on Top Rank and get robbed. So he got Eddie Hearn to protect him and win a purse bid versus cheap Top Rank and Bob Arum. Demetrius Andrade, he had a 3-fight HBO deal They wanted to fight Yamaguchi Falco on the Golden Boy card, and he's a Golden Boy fighter. Demetrius Andrade refused. Big Baby Miller had 2 subpar performances on HBO. They washed their hands with his fat ass. You know? Jesse Vargas, come on. He probably about to get served up to Earl Spence and didn't even know Mikey Garcia was about to play Captain Saberho. All right? And he ran over to the zone so he wouldn't have to fight Earl Spence. That's a fact. He going to say, well, on DAZN, that's what he called DAZN. I mean, Earl and Adrian's fight still can happen. Get out of here, man. He didn't want to go back to the East Coast and fight Adrian Broner. He wanted Broner to come on the West Coast, but Broner still the pull. Draw, 7 losses, 1 loss, 2 loss. He's still a draw for Jesse Vargas. And Vargas is Mexican. So everybody has their purpose and reason going to the zone. Nobody's going over there to get notoriety or popularity. Nobody's going over there to become this mega international star. No, that's not going to happen on the zone. What's going to happen on the zone is they're going to exhaust and milk Eddie Hearn for easy, free money. You going over there to get an advantage. You going over there to win purse bids to get fights in your favor. See, Demetrius Andrade thought he was about to go over there and work the system. But Eddie Hearn told him, hey, yo, boy, you signed this contract now. You're going to go ahead and fight Billy Joe Saunders and get that belt over here so we can try to get that Charlo over here, one of them Charlos over here. You know, worst case scenario, when if Danny Jacobs get dropped off HBO, we can do a unification bout with you and Danny Jacobs. You know, I know you don't want to fight Danny. You know, Demetrius Andrade thought he was going to be like Miller and be like Vargas and be like Hooker and have a smooth ride over there. But he got to be a sacrificial lamb to go over there and really do it. And he's the most talented guy that actually could pull a world title back to the zone. And Eddie Hearn put that money up. But if Demetrius Andrade don't deliver, Eddie Hearn going to be mad. Mookie Dookie Andrade is going to be in the world of shit with Eddie Hearn. All right? But like I said, Eddie couldn't raise Danny Jacobs' profile. He ain't gonna raise none of these guys' profile. They just get money. And Miller over there with him because he wanted Joshua fight. Because if Miller really wanted the Wilder fight, that fight can happen. But he don't want to fight Wilder because he know Wilder is a tougher opponent. And it's time for people to realize that. They don't want none of that right hand. They don't want none of that speed and power from Wilder. He can look as vulnerable as whatever from round 1 to 8, but people know in the back of their mind they can't take that heat. He know Joshua getting sorrier. He know Klitschko took something off of him. He know Joshua getting smaller. He know he's struggling. He know his trainers suck and Rob McCracken, to be honest with him. Thought he did a good job with Frost, though. He know Joshua's on the trending down and Wilder trending up. So he gonna rub shoulders with Eddie, continue to lick the bottom of Eddie penny loafers to try to get a Joshua fight. That's what the business is. He thinks he can beat him. He know the power ain't there from Joshua. He think he can outlast him and get him. That's his prerogative. You know, Miller knows he's the gateway to Anthony Joshua opening up the U.S. market for real. That's what they want. That's what they've been feeding Fat Baby Miller, all right? That's what they've been telling him. But my point overall is the fact that Eddie Hearn ain't did nothing for Danny Jacobs. He not going to do nothing for Big Baby Miller. He's not going to do nothing for Andrade. He not going to do nothing for Vargas. That ain't already been done for Vargas. He going to do nothing with none of them, to be honest, man. None of these dudes going to be international stars fighting on an app that probably 20,000 people won't even get a 30-day free trial for. Unless they start marketing it right now. And that's square biz, man. That's serious business right there. You show me where Danny Jacobs' market value has increased with Eddie Hearn. You say, well, he touching M's now. He touching M's now. Okay. That's HBO that's giving them that money. And I'm pretty sure they already know they made a sorry-ass investment. You know, this dude has fought legitimately nobody. The same people he was fighting on PBC, the same shit he fighting here. If not worse. But y'all know what it is. Your boy CJ Goodfellow, one time for the one time. Boxing Clinic and more. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Hit the drop-down box, the description, to find those links. Take you straight to our social media accounts. Also, the new podcast, me and the Cali Enigma got Ron and Cub. We got 9 episodes. Hopefully, we're going to be recording some new ones really, really soon. All right. Anywhere from boxing to basketball to Trump to, you know, all types of stuff, man. Check it out. The link's in the description. You click the Castbox link. You can download the app. It's totally free. Or go through the web browser. Sign up with your Facebook or Google account. You know, subscribe to us on there. Check out some of the content we got rolling. 9 episodes really, really quick we did. And they're nice and lengthy episodes, the mid to lengthy episodes as well. Continue to subscribe. share. Don't forget we got the new college page popping off. That link in the description as well. Y'all know what it is. One time for the one time.